Hello students, welcome to the class on information technology enabled services such as call center. The objective of this session is to study the IT enabled services such as call center. To study the objectives of information technology enabled services, which is enabling business strategies, achieving an organization's business goals, and also to study the various advantages and disadvantages of call centers. Let us start with the introduction. So, ITES, which is nothing but information technology enabled service, is defined as outsourcing of processes that can be enabled with information technology and covers diverse areas like finance, HR, administration, healthcare, telecommunication, manufacturing, etc. Armed with technology and manpower, these services are provided for e-enabled locations. This radically reduces costs and improves service standards. In short, the internet service provider aims in providing B2B, which is nothing but business to business e-commerce solutions. Information technology that enables the business by improving the quality of service is information technology enabled service. ITES is the acronym for the term information technology enabled services. So, this is the diagram which shows the information technology enabled services, which consist of traditional services, IT enables and service delivery, in which business process re-engineering and value addition has been done. The most important aspect is the value addition of information technology enabled service. The value addition could be in the form of customer relationship management, improved database, improved look and feel, etc. The outcome of an information technology enabled service is in the two form. First, direct improved service, and second is indirect benefits. Whereas direct benefits can be realized immediately, indirect benefits can occur over a period of time and can be harnessed very effectively if planned well upfront. Favored application areas. The favored application areas are those where there is a huge amount of data that needs to be processed and utilized for delivering the results, or the data is the outcome of the service. In all cases, without use of information technology, the task would otherwise be unmanageable. Some of the most important areas where information technology enabled services can be deployed are telemarketing, help desk, customer support centers, data warehouse, transcription centers, GIS, which is geographical information system mapping for transport tracking, and electronic distribution. Now, let us see enabling business strategies. Integrated security is about how people, policies, procedures, technology, architecture and corporate culture are aligned to enable the enterprise to do what would otherwise be too risky. Now, let us see information technology strategies, which we called IT strategy. Information technology strategy is increasingly a critical enabler of business transformation and growth and needs to play a fundamentally different role as it partners with the business. Information technology enabled business, advanced products and innovation and foster customer led growth. BAIN helps client realize the full potential of their information technology as they embark on major change and growth initiatives. In a digital age, technology is a critical enabler of business transformation and growth. When it works well, technology helps businesses gain a competitive advantage by allowing them to innovate and develop product at a faster pace. Now, let us see what is a call center. A call center is a centralized office used for receiving or transmitting a large volume of requests by telephone. An inbound call center is operated by a company to administer incoming product support or information inquiries from customers, while outbound call centers are operated for telemarketing, solicitation of charitable or political donation, debt collection and market research. A contact center is a location for centralized handling of individual communications, including letters, faxes, live support software, social media, instant message and email. A call center has an open workspace for call center agents with workstations that include a computer for each agent, a telephone set or headset connected to a telecom switch and one or more supervisor stations. It can be independently operated or networked with additional centers, often linked to a corporate computer network, including mainframes, microcomputers and LANs. Increasingly, the voice and data pathway into the center are linked through a set of new technologies called computer telephony integration. The contact center is a central point from which all customer contacts are managed. Though contact centers valuable information about company are routed to appropriate people, contacts to be tracked and data to be gathered, it is generally a part of company's customer relationship management. A contact center can be defined as a coordinated system of people, processes, technologies and strategies that provides access to information, resources and expertise through appropriate channels of communication, enabling interactions that create value for the customer and organization. Contact centers along with call centers and communication centers fall under a large umbrella labeled as contact center management industry. This is becoming a rapidly growing recruitment sector in itself as the capability of contact centers expand and thus require ever more complex systems and highly skilled operational and management staff. The majority of large companies use contact center as a means of managing their customer interaction. These centers can be operated by either an in-house department responsible or outsourcing customer interaction to a third party agency, also known as outsourcing call centers. Call center technologies include speech recognition software to allow computers to handle first level of customer support, text mining and natural language processing to allow better customer handling, agent training by automatic mining of best practice from past interactions, support automation and many other technologies to improve agent productivity and customer satisfaction. Automatic lead selection or lead steering is also intended to improve efficiency both for inbound and outbound campaign. This allows inbound calls to be directly routed to the appropriate agent for the task, whilst minimizing wait times and long list of irrelevant options for people calling in. For outbound calls, lead selection allow management to designate what type of lead go to which agent based on factors including skill, socio-economic factors and past performance and percentage likelihood of closing a sale per lead. The universal queue standardizes the processing of communications across multiple technologies such as fax, phone and email. The virtual queue provides caller with an alternative to waiting on hold when no agents are available to handle inbound call demand. Now let us see what is virtual call center. In virtual call center model, the call center's operator pay a monthly or annual fee to a vendor that hosts the call center telephony equipment in their own data center. In this model, the operator does not own, operate or host the equipment that the call center runs on. Agents connected to the vendor's equipment through traditional PSTN telephone lines or over voice over internet protocol. Calls to and from prospects are contacts originated from or terminate at the vendor's data center rather than at the call center's operator's premises. The vendor's telephony equipment then connects the calls to the call center operator's agents. Virtual call center technology allows people to work from home instead in a traditional centralized call center location, which increasingly allows people with physically or other disability that prevent them from leaving the house to work. The only required equipment is internet access and a workstation. The companies prefer virtual call center services due to cost advantage. Companies can start their call center business immediately without installing the basic infrastructure like dialer, ACD and IVRS. Services in very large call center in Lakeland, Florida in 2006. Contact centers run supports or help desks which regularly answers technical questions from customers and assist them using their equipment or software. Support desks are used by companies in the computing, telecommunications and consumer electronic industries. Customer service contact centers answer specific queries relating to customer issues in the banking and utility sectors. These are frequently used to answer customer questions relating to their account or payments. This type of service may even be used to respond to customer complaints and undertake retention strategies for unsatisfied customers. Contact centers also carry out sales and marketing activities. This can be performed through cold calling strategies and increasingly through live chat applications on company websites. Dynamics: call center worker confined to a small workstation, booth using call web internet based service software. A contact center supports interaction with customers over a variety of media including telephony, email, social media and internet chat. A telephone answering service is a more personalized version of the call center, where agents get to know more about their customers and their callers and therefore look after calls just as if based in their customer's office. Calls may be inbound or outbound. Inbound calls are made by consumers, for example, to obtain information, report a malfunction or ask for help. In contrast, outbound calls are made by agent to consumers, usually for sales purpose, telemarketing. A blended center combines both inbound and outbound campaign, where each type of agent, inbound or outbound, can be handled the overflow of the other. Call center staff are often organized into a multi-tier support system. For more efficient handling of calls, the first tier consists of operators who initially answers calls and provide general information. If a caller requires more assistance, the call is forwarded to the second tier in the appropriate department depending on the nature of the call. In some cases, there are 3 or more tiers of support staff. Typically, the third tier of support is formed of product engineers, developers or highly skilled technical support staff for the product. Now, let us see what is outsourcing. In contrast to in-house management, outsource bureau contact centers are a model of contact center that provides services on a pay per use model. The overheads of the contact center are shared by many clients, thereby supporting a very cost effective model, especially for low volumes of calls. Outsourced centers have grown in popularity. There is criticism of the outsourcing model. Outsourced call centers are often located in the developing countries where wages are significantly lower. The call center industry in the Philippines and call center industry in the Bangladesh serve as good example. Now let us see one of the example, call center in healthcare. The healthcare industry has used outbound call center programs for years to help manage billing, collections and patient communication. The inbound call center is a new and increasingly popular service for many types of healthcare facilities, including large hospitals. Inbound call centers can be outsourced or managed in-house. Mountain Star Healthcare is one of the first companies to build an inbound call center in-house. American Health Connection is an American healthcare call center corporation with a focus on inbound call center that utilize outsourcing. These healthcare call centers are designed to help streamline communications, enhance patient retention and satisfaction, reduce expenses and improve operational efficiency. Students, let us now focus our discussion towards advantages of a call center. Call center co-sourcing is when a company has some call center agents working in-house and some working for an external service provider. The external service provider looks after the recruiting, hiring, training, staffing and managing of their call center agents as well as the day-to-day operation for which they are contracted. Thus, call center co-sourcing is a lower risk alternative to outsourcing and more cost effective than maintaining an entire in-house workforce of call center agents. Companies often decide to co-source for strategic or operational reasons or both. Here are the 4 main use cases of co-sourcing. First, handle overflow calls. Outsourcing some call center agent to an external service provider in order to handle overflow call volume can be an excellent way to increase customer service and to make sure no customer is left behind. Second, handle after hours calls. When you hire an external service provider to provide after hours support, you can offer round the clock service for a fraction of the price. Third, disaster recovery. Whether your office is prone to bad weather, power outage and natural disaster, or your call center software and computer infrastructure is not the most reliable. Contracting an external service provider to handle calls in the event of an emergency can be an effective way to ensure business continuity. Handle specialized calls. Co-sourcing a specific department like information technology to an external service provider can be an excellent way to provide amazing support without breaking the bank. These use cases touch on some of the advantages that co-sourcing call center agents can bring. Now, let us see various advantages of a call center. The first is call center have helped most organizations focus on growing their business. Call center eliminates hiring heavy help desk operations and other manual tasks. It gives customers quick access to the information they want and enhances customer to business relationships. Third, call center help to continuously monitor different parameters in an effort to gauge performance and ultimately improve quality and efficiency. Fourth, shifting trends make it difficult for companies to maintain and upgrade their corporate infrastructures due to time constraint. A call center keep up with this trend so that you do not have to. Fifth, implementing a call center helps a business concentrate on building customers. Call center eliminate hiring and training new staff members to provide customer supports. Call center also help save money in employing staff members. Now, let us see some of the disadvantages of call center. The first is work schedule. So, working in a call center, the graveyard shift is the most difficult thing about working for a call center. We all know our bodies are made to function in the day and sleep at night. If you work for a call center, you have to adjust your schedule so that you work at night and sleep during the day. You also have to adjust your eating schedule so that you eat breakfast in the evening, lunch at midnight and dinner in the morning. Sleeping in the day can become so difficult and frustrating when you have noisy neighbors. When weekend or your rest day comes, you go back to the normal sleeping time, that is at night, unless you are okay with not having a social life. Then when you go back to your work week again, you then need to readjust to the graveyard shift. All this adjustment will give you a feeling of jet lag and will sometimes wear your body down. Second one, rest day. For most call centers, rest days are not every Saturdays and Sundays. This can be a real downer, especially when you have a family or are living with your family and everyone's home on Saturday and Sunday and you are not. It is also not uncommon for you to have split days off. For example, Saturday and Monday, Tuesday and Thursday, etc. This can be a problem also, since most of us are accustomed to having 2 consecutive days off. Then third one, stress. Call center work can be very stressful, whether you work for a customer service, sales or technical service account, you will encounter heavy stress. The stress from a call center work does not only come from the nature of the work, but is also comes from the culture of the customers that we deal with. Now let us come to the conclusion. Student, with this I would like to conclude by mentioning that we have finished discussing about what is information technology enabled services such as call center and study different objectives of information technology enabled services in terms of enabling business strategies and achieving an organization's business goals. We also learn about advantages and disadvantages of call center. With this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you.